Assalamualaikum and good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I hope everyone is well and enjoy the presentation. First of all, please allow me to introduce myself. I'm Nurulakmal Abdul Wahid, and together with me, Nur Nabila Michael Luang Abdullah, we will share our insight on sight and memory in family portrait. Ladies and gentlemen, before we further our discussion into the insight of sight and memory in family portrait, let's look at what is site-specific choreography. Site-specific choreography can be explained as follows. It's a contemporary dance work created and performed at specific place chosen by the choreographer. Each site that has been chosen gives an idea and inspires the choreographer to produce a dance work. Hunter mentioned when the body gives forms to ideas and responds to the site as experienced by the choreographers and performers. Barber and Hitchmark state that to produce a relationship between site, performer, and audience in which the embodied emotional and sensory experience for those present are engaged with the design, organic, and structural future as well as social and cultural histories of the site. And Klotzel and Pavlik states that the site-specific refer to a dance presented in a particular place or site and the environment will inspire the choreography process. And now I would like to pass the baton to Nur Nabila and she will share about site-specific in choreography in Malaysia.
Thank you, Nurul. Hello, everyone. It is safe to say that whenever one says site specific, contemporary dance comes to mind. In Malaysia, the contemporary dance scene started somewhere in the 1960s, whereby, according to Gonzalez, the Malaysian dancers and choreographers headed overseas to learn classical ballet, modern dance, and contemporary dance. Therefore, when they came back to Malaysia, various works of ballet and contemporary dances are created and performed. It was through this newly obtained contemporary dances knowledge, site specific choreography emerged and was presented at the Central Market, the beach area, the garden, the hotel lobby, swimming pool, and many more. Ever since then, these choreographers have become well known for their site specific work, namely Lena Ang, Marian de Cruz, Aida Reza, Suhaimi Magi, and etc. By the year 2000, site specific dance performances have become an exclusive performance item in various festivals and programs organized in Malaysia. These festivals and programs are Georgetown Festival, Malacca Arts and Performance Festival or MAPFest, Butterworth Fringe Festival, Dancing in Place at Rimbundahan, Dancing in Place Cityside at Damansara Performing Arts Centre or DPAC, and Dancing in Place Urbanscape KL. So you have heard an overview of how site-specific choreography in Malaysia has bloomed, and now let's understand what is site. For a choreographer, a site is commonly known as a space that gives inspiration, helps create ideas, defines his or her work identity or niche, and promotes creativity in the process of producing dance works. Thus, site-specific choreography will help to develop the creative processes, responses, and implications to ideas, choreographers, and dancers. It is also a platform for choreographers and dancers to engage and respond to the site through the site background or historical background, or is used as a material to explore the movement, emotion, performance structure, and artistic. Ladies and gentlemen, now let us move on to what is performance site. A site-specific performance is usually performed outside the theatre, proscenium, or black box stage. It is performed in a location chosen by the organizer or choreographer. Location selection is crucial in site-specific choreography, where the work composition requires a source of inspiration from the location. In this research, there are four categories of site, which is environment, sculptural art, monuments, and buildings. While Nurulakmal categorizes the site into four major locations, Hunter shares how the choreographer develops the creativity in site-specific choreography. She created the stage of performance work model, which is experiencing the site, expressing the site, embodying the site, and receiving the site. As shown in the diagram, it starts with experiencing or finding an on-site experience that requires exploration process by adhering to the concept of being in space to experience and experience the surrounding conditions. From that process, Hunter emphasizes the concept of interplay response, in which choreographers and dancers need to respond to each other and to respond to space through kinesthetic awareness by touching the surface of the space and interacting with the architecture and atmosphere of the location environment. The following phase gives emotions to the site or expressing the site, increasing the sense of feeling towards the location's relationship with the work's concept. Hunter also emphasizes the relationship between the choreographer and the performer in this phase. Next, embodying the site, incarnating or representing the location, leads to the deep awareness phase to enhance the relationship between locations and the development of the physical and mental training of the dancers towards the location. And lastly, receiving the site is geared towards the audience's acceptance of site-specific performance and the performers. In site-specific choreography, a choreographer not only understands and analyzes a site before selecting the most suitable one, he or she must also recall past experience that relates to the site, which we refer to as memory. Stock states that memory, time, and metaphor are the originators of ideas for every performer or artist in exploration to shape or to produce creative works. Each location has its information, background or history, and functions related to memory. Memory is formed through two sources. First, from the background of the location, which is already there, and secondly, by the choreographer and dancer. This diagram shows the input and output memory approaches that is adapted from Ebbinghaus learning memory. In site-specific choreography, memory is divided into two, which is input memory and output memory. Input memory means an existing memory. In other words, it is an experience or memory present at the performance location, such as its history and background, environmental life, activities, and social life. The information is a source of inspiration for the work process. Then, the output memory comes from the choreographer through ideas and experiences that can be used during the observation and exploration process. The output memory can also be contributed by the dancer, whose memory might have been triggered from the influence of the space during the improvisation process. Having said that, I would like to hand over the discussion about family portrait to Nurul.
Thank you, Nabila. Family portrait. It's hard being left behind. It's hard to be the one who stays. This work was inspired from the nostalgia between brothers and sisters while preparing dinner meal together in the kitchen. Joy, emotion, jokes, and conflict always emerge in this relationship. The site and space for this piece was at Rumah Kampung, which is known as a Rumah Udamanap, particularly in the kitchen and back balcony. This house is located in Rimundahan. Family Portrait was performed by UPSI dance degree student and by FMSP UPSI alumni at Dancing in Place 2021 in Rimundahan. Here's the short video of Family Portrait. In this work, I use observation, discussion, mapping, experience, adaptation, expression, response, and reflex. All the process goes through from the model of site-specific choreography process. From this model, the process starts with site selection, followed by the two main elements, which are space and memory. Space and memory are the inspiration in site-specific choreography. From this inspiration, the choreographer must conduct a research, followed by exploration, construction, and improvisation. Only then the choreographer starts to work on the dance composition and to structure the whole choreography. For Family Portrait, I have used this model to create the dance work. I will guide you through the process by looking at this model. First, I have chosen the site at Rumah Kampung Rimundahan. Second, I have chosen the kitchen and the back balcony for space. Third, the research process which require me to conduct observation, discussion, and mapping of ideas. Fourth, from the discussion with dancers, we share all the memories that is related to the idea. The concept is the nostalgia between siblings, conflicts, and such. Fifth, the exploration and improvisation process begin. And finally, sixth, the last part is composition, where all the movement phrases are recorded and edited. And all of this process happened within 5 days of our stay at Rumah Kampung Rimundahan. For the conclusion, I now pass the presentation to Nabila.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the beginning of this presentation, we have tried to create new memories and knowledge for you on what is site-specific choreography and the process that we have gone through in creating a site-specific choreography. Before we conclude our presentation, let us share an important point made by Smith and Dean regarding practice-led research, and that is creative work in itself is a form of research and generates detectable research outputs. The product of creative work itself contributes to the outcomes of a research process and contributes to the answer of a research question. In relation to this statement, the choreographic model by Nurulakmal helps the choreographer in the creative process of working, especially through research, exploration, improvisation, and composition. Apart from that, this work is produced based on the sight and input memory that guide the work process. In contrast, the output memory by choreographer and dancer helps explore the work process. In conclusion, the choreographic model has helped the choreographer to produce a site-specific choreography which is family portrait in a short time span. And with that, ladies and gentlemen,